Alright, we're out with the Kizer bush, and we're going to be doing some light batoning with this guy to see how it does. Do some testing here. Some of these logs are a little big, but we do have some manageable size logs for this task. Alright, let's see how the edge is doing after that batoning. Should be fine, but some feathers going. A little bit. There's no edge damage that I can feel. No chips or anything like that. Try stripping this bark up. Yeah, that's just fine. Even though the handle is pretty small, it's very comfortable when doing tasks like this. Coating's holding up decently. Yeah. You know, it's like I expected it to. Try it on that soft, fat wax wood stick here. Ready to do a campfire for the kiddos. Sleep in the tent out in the backyard. Gotta get the girls to go real camping, so yeah, this stuff is pretty soft, but it's going through that just fine. Cutting deep like that. I'm not like trying to get like. I did notice. I'm noticing a little fatigue in the hand. It could be because the handle is smaller and it doesn't have a very big palm swell. It's pretty thin. That ought to let up nicely. That wax wood stick Texas because it was pretty wet. I doused it pretty good last time. So the bush threw out some good sparks from that 90-degree spine, so worked well. Alright guys, so some final thoughts on the Kizer bush. After doing quite a bit of use, you can see that the coating is just trashed. It's not going to hold up at all. It's very, very similar. Reminds me to the coating that's on the Becker BK series of blades. So I will probably strip it. I know they coat it because it's 1095 and it can rust, but if you just properly maintain the steel with some, this is an old bottle, Aegis Solutions, but they do sell this again. That stuff works awesome, and you won't ever need to worry about it rusting. Just put a coating on there and you'll be good to go. So I'll probably strip the coating. I've never been a big fan of that black coating. As far as how the knife performed, it felt good. It's still pretty sharp. Let's see if it'll cut paper. It was very, very sharp when I first got it, and I put it through a lot of stuff here. So let's see if it'll slice this. No, so it's not very reliably, that's for sure. So it's left, definitely lost most of its edge retention as well. So not sure how Kizer heat treats 1095, but 1095 is very easy to sharpen back up. So I'm not terribly concerned about that, but I did put it through quite a bit. But it's, again, one of those things you could sharpen very easily in the field, and it's still pretty sharp for. It's not going to push cut paper, but it will continue to feather wood decently, maybe. And it's definitely not biting as good, but you can still get some use out of it. So yeah, definitely needs a touch up, but you could still, you know, push come to shove, you could use it, and it's such an easy steel to touch up in the field. So overall, I like the knife. It's Kizer's kind of first bushcraft knife. One thing that I did notice, and I said it earlier in the video, is I like the small handle, but during extensive cutting and feather sticking and stuff, I could tell that I wish I had a bigger handle than this, that it wasn't very large. I mean, it's very small on the small side for a handle. Let's grab a couple comparison knives here. Got the Mora Cans Bowl. I believe that's how you say that. That's what this one is. I believe that's the Cans Bowl. Could be wrong. And the my Survive GSO 4.1, which is my go-to outdoor bushcraft style knife. Let's get these back in the frame here. So you can see the handle length on both of these is, let's do kind of end of the handle to the end of the handle, and you can see how much more handle you have on both of those knives versus the bush. So it's very small in the handle department. The blade length is longer, which I do like, but I think the handle, you could use just a little bit more handle. Another thing to look at is how thin the handle is. And it does have some nice swells here, but compared to like this GSO, it's a pretty substantial difference in the handle thickness. Use the Mora as a stand. Let's see if we can get a good shot here. Yeah, so you can see the difference there. Let's get some better lighting on that. Quite a bit thinner in the handle as well. So a little short, little thin for this style of knife, in my opinion. I think you need a bigger, wider handle. Not too wide. Like this, the GSO series is like literally the perfect size handle and the perfect, every way perfect knife. Honestly, it's my absolute favorite outdoor knife. But they're really pricey and are very hard to get. But like something like Cans Bowl also has a pretty thick, stout handle, especially compared to this. And you know, it's rubber, it's TPU or whatever, but it's also longer, just gives you a better grip. So that was one area of improvement I think they could make on this Bush series of knives, or on this Bush model, is the handle being too short. Let's talk about the sheath. The sheath is freaking amazing. It's one of the best sheaths I think I've ever had on a production knife, just out of the box. This is kind of a gigantic ferro rod. I don't think it's going to fit in there. No, sir. I had a ferro rod in there earlier, but it fits your standard ferro rod. That's going to be too small, which I love that it has that attachment on there already. It's nice Kydex. It's really good. It's got a leather snap here, which is actually not even necessary because of how well the sheath works. It's never going to come out of there. So it's got great retention, so I don't even think you need this. I might be able to unstitch that pretty easily. And then you have a nylon loop. So it's an interesting combination of Kydex, leather, and nylon. You have a nylon loop that attaches here that you could remove and do like a different type of clip, like a tech lock, but I actually really liked this loop. It's almost like a seatbelt type material. It worked really well. So the sheath is freaking awesome. One of the best sheaths that I've had outside of the box, out of the box, not outside the box, out of the box of any knife. You don't need to make a custom sheath for this. It just has that good of a sheath. So the value of the knife is definitely increased by how good the sheath is. That's one thing about fixed blades that tends to be an issue. Like, you get a nice knife, Tops does this, Essie does this. I mean, all kinds of companies do this where they don't provide a very good sheath. Most of the time they're plastic and they work, but this out of the box is an amazing sheath. So if they made the handle just a little bit longer, I think you'd have a total winner. Not a fan of the coating as well. It would be nice if they kind of ditched that coating. So I'm not sure. I mean, this knife actually hasn't come out yet, what the pricing is going to be on this model. I see it coming soon on Blade HQ, and I don't see, that's not the same one, is it? Oh, that's VG10. That's a different knife, the GTI. Actually, that looks like the same. Yeah, it is the same. So it's going to come in brown G10 as well as black G10. And pricing, not sure. It's coming soon still. So this will be coming out eventually. Designer is Justin Gingrich on this. I'm not sure what the price point will be. I'm guessing with $10.95, it won't be too high. It could be in the SE range is my guess. Like the SE4 probably price point. This is a 5-inch blade. So just over 5 inch. So it's like about the same size as an SE5, honestly, but quite a bit smaller in the handle and thinner. So, you know, I would imagine it would be, you know, in the $100 range, but I'm not sure on this one. But coming soon to a dealer near you. I think it's a great fixed blade. The sheath is incredibly good. The only improvement I would make was I would take away this lanyard hole. This does create a little bit of a hot spot at times, but if they just made the handle longer and a little wider, you wouldn't have those issues. But overall, fantastic. I like the knife. Did well in my tests, and you know, some areas for improvement, but it's a good first try there by Kizer for the bush knife. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next video.